Hi, my name is Wes Jones. I live at 417 North Pine Street, Anaheim, California. The list you're supposed to have in front of you is a partial list of diseases caused by exposure to raw sewage. The lack of restroom facilities at the encampment at the Santa Ana riverbed represents a public health risk not only to the people camping on the riverbed, but to anybody recreationally using the riverbed and to the surrounding neighborhoods. The Board of Supervisors, in action, not only is morally deficient, it poses a substantial risk of litigation. The lack of action on this important matter shows a tremendous disregard to your constituents. I attended a neighborhood meeting in Garden Grove last week where the speaker was a member of the Board of Supervisors. The way he spoke about the county's responsibility towards the homeless was completely lacking in empathy. The supervisor stated that the bathroom located on Catella was sufficient for the entire riverbed. I videotaped the entire meeting, and copies have been given to Muhammad Ali and the ACLU for purpose of use in future legal action. I believe the supervisors have a choice either to provide adequate bathrooms on the riverbed or will be forced to by legal action. The Board of Supervisors has done little or nothing to provide housing for our growing number of homeless.
Thank you. Next speaker, please. Supervisor Do.
Madam Chair, I'm not in the habit of interceding in public comments, but when it reflects a factual inaccuracy involving me, I feel it's necessary for the public to have it in a proper context. My response as to the location in Catella was in response to your misrepresenting to the group at that meeting that there was no bathroom facility at the riverbed. And that's what I responded to. And no, I'm not here to debate with you, sir. This is you're not at the podium, okay?
It didn't have to be convenient. Was your exact response, Mr. Do?
Okay. So we need to put that in a proper context. Okay. Thank you.
Mike Robbins, housing is a human right, OC. And I'd like to talk about some numbers. The number one issue is homelessness. And of course, that ties in with affordable housing. And of course, I'll tie in with Wes's statement, one bathroom for 500 people. We don't want it to be convenient for the homeless people. I believe it's a statement. It was on a recorded tape. You know something, we have to have some heart in this matter. And we also have to bring some facilities to them so that we don't have them showing up at the ERs costing us, which is part of the cost of homelessness at $40,000 a year per person, is them showing up at the ERs for infections or other problems. And proper facilities is going to be important to that. But housing them is important too. My numbers were one bathroom for 500 people, $1 billion in discretionary funds. And I know that the drugs have been brought up many times also regarding people that are on the street. And I'd like to remind you, please, that there are 5 million alcohol deaths per year worldwide. The number one killer of everyone. It's on every street corner, in every grocery store. This is the drug that kills everybody. These are the people who run down little old ladies walking through crossing walks, not people who smoke some methamphetamine or are on a bicycle and are homeless. But of course, you know, I brought up the 200 homeless deaths on the street, and it's really important to me. There's people dying on the streets, and we have to solve that problem immediately. That was 200 deaths in 2016. I was looking up the statistics the other day, just thought about it, because they often mention D-Day and how many guys died on the beach there. And there were 2,400 men who died on the beaches at D-Day out of 160,000 people, 160,000 men who stormed the beaches. And that works out to about 2.5%. And the 200 homeless deaths, that's about 8% of the homeless. They would be safer storming the beaches at D-Day than they would be on the streets of Orange County. And that's just a crazy concept to me. And I think we've talked about this for a while. And I think we have an organization put together here, and we have a lot of facts and figures, and we really want to get together with the board now, because I think it's time. It's time. I think we have the figures. I think we have the numbers. We can argue about it. We can go back and forth. We can have one side's rhetoric and the other side's rhetoric, and perhaps we can come to a middle ground, because we have to have a solution, or we're going to be buried in this in the next 10 years. So I hope we can work together with you as soon as possible, please. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
The next three speakers after Janine Robbins are Elias Seglin, Robert Seglin, and Steve Rocco.
Good morning, Janine Robbins, Anaheim. A recent Orange County Register article states that to live here in Orange County takes 49% of your income. This is the biggest chunk of pay required out of the entire nation. It is also stated that Orange County has the 4th highest rental market in the country. The numbers show us that not one penny of county money goes towards affordable housing or implementation of the 10-year plan to end homelessness. Not one penny. You could end homelessness with the funds in your discretionary account, yet you choose not to. And I don't understand why, and neither does anybody else. You 5 people, well 4, sitting up there are the very reason that people are living in the riverbed and are living in the streets of this county. For those of you who hope to continue your political career, whether it be as DA, as a judge, or simply to sit up there for another 4 years at taxpayer expense, this is your make or break issue. In your recent care coordination newsletter, there were survey results that stated that 76% of residents say homelessness is the problem. 18.7 say the most important issue facing the county is affordable housing, and another 18.7 say homelessness poverty is their most important issue. The final fact is that 61.2% say the county is responsible, and that is you guys. So let me repeat. The numbers show that not one penny of county money goes toward affordable housing or implementation of the 10-year plan to end homelessness. Not one penny, and yet 90,000 people are on the affordable housing list. This is your call. It's your decision to leave people in the streets. Some of you are already claiming to solve homelessness in your campaign literature. Let me tell you, Todd Spitzer, shelters are not solving homelessness. You should also know that simply by looking outside, people know you are not solving homelessness. People are not stupid. Permanent supportive housing is solving homelessness. Housing First has been proven to work time and time again. When people are housed, their mental health improves. When people are housed, their physical health improves. When people are housed, they have a better chance at solving their addictions. When people are housed, they are more likely to become employed. Stability works. It's a proven fact. Now you, Andrew Do, I attended your meeting last Thursday also. You were choosing to ignore the facts about permanent supportive housing. You were unsupportive of providing housing for the homeless people. In fact, you stated that providing housing would lead them to eventually be drug houses or flop houses, I believe. You need to resign immediately. You really do. If you don't support the county's plan, the 10-year plan to end homelessness, you need to resign, because permanent supportive housing is the basis of that plan. For you to quip with a smile on your face, oh, now you want restrooms to be inconvenient, is inexcusable and brought an audible gasp at that event. How dare you say such a statement? Know that that video is being widely shared on social media, and the public will know of your inaction and inhumane actions regarding the unhoused. One more thing.
Your time's up.
I understand. One more statement. Todd Spitzer, Andrew Do, and Susan Price need to stop spreading fear rhetoric. Stop spreading fear of the homeless and start some action to help them. Stop spreading lies about Proposition 47 and start applying for some of the state funds that are available to prevent homelessness to help these people. I understand our county is far behind the rest of the state.
Next
Thank you.
speaker, please.